Okay, shall we do one more?
Yeah, okay.
Let's go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone and welcome back to 4 Pixels. Cuckoo's here with Raj and Saku, and we are continuing Ace Attorney investigation.
Hey, Saku,
Yes?
have you ever been so far even as decided to use you just want to look more like? You just showed that video in the break.
I have not, but Edgeworth has. He does it all the time.
Okay.
He's gonna try it today.
It's just common sense. Okay, sorry. I had to exercise that demon. Now then, I'll be looking forward to the results of your investigation. And I'm gone.
So, we are back to... One moment.
Franziska, have you ever been far, decided to use?
Even as just want to look more like?
That's exactly what I was gonna ask you next.
Von Karna busts through the wall. He's just common sense, try to say.
Yes.
So, we are back to square one.
Actually, this is our last chance. I can tell that if we fail to solve this, Detective Gumshoe will be formally charged under all of the circumstantial evidence. This investigation is not over yet. Still one location we have yet to inspect. Where Detective Bad and Ms. Yu were at the time of the crime. Lobby number 1.
I don't want to find the scene of their illicit affair. Hey, remember when we ended the video like
Yeah.
seconds away from that?
That
remember that.
always happens.
Always.
Because we play it here in the household that I live, we usually save it before and then all go off to bed because we play it just at night time, and it's always just before a to be continued that we end up going up to bed.
Yep.
Like, damn it, we could have waited.
September 10, 5:45 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1.
What is this incredibly overpowering sweet scent?
It smells like flowers.
I hate flowers.
Uncle Bad, is this it?
Isn't that Detective Bad and Kay over there?
It looks like she managed to escape the bailiff. No, that's not quite it.
Aw, too bad. But it's so pretty.
I think you're still a bit too young to be wearing that. But since you found it, I guess I can let you keep it.
Thanks, I'll treasure it always.
Those two seem to get along rather well.
Oh, here. I've got something else for you.
Yay! Thank you, Uncle Bad! Earlier, I ate one of these with gummy. Nom.
Gummy? Oh, you mean gumshoe.
Gummy is... He was trying to be nice to me because I was gonna get in trouble. And then he got in trouble because he lied to protect me. Gummy... I know he didn't kill Daddy!
Don't cry. Faraday would be sad if he saw you crying.
I'm not crying.
Healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Oh, it's the mister from before. And the lady, too.
don't you think it would be a good idea to cry once in a while? And also to go home for the time.
What?
Cry.
You're not involved in the investigation, so it's for the best if you do.
I'm just saying that all 3 of the characters' Coco voices are in the same room, so...
It might be the Coco Show.
Actually, I'm Uncle Bad's assistant. So, I'm related to the investigation.
Is that so, Detective Bad?
Yeah, I guess.
What? You were just scolding us like kids to not mess up the crime scene. And now you let this child run free. Why?
People are free to investigate things outside of the actual crime scene. You also had a few things she wanted to look into. Got a problem with that?
Huh?
I don't have a problem with that, but I am curious as to what Ms. Yu is looking into.
Uncle Bad, I'm gonna go look somewhere else now, okay?
Alright, I'm counting on you.
Oh, that's right. Hey, mister.
Yes, what is it?
I know Gummy really isn't the bad guy. I mean it. So, please, find the real bad guy, okay?
I won't forgive whoever did this. But in the absence of the perfect piece of testimony and evidence, there is no one else who could be the true culprit other than Detective Gumshoe. She wandered off while I was pondering. Oh man, that's the story of your life, Edgeworth. They put that on a t-shirt for you. She wandered off while I was pondering.
What is this smell that has permeated the air?
It's sweet and flowery, although at this strength I'm likely to suffocate from.
I can't conduct an investigation under these circumstances. We need to open a window and air this room out. I demand that you open a window right now. Hurry!
Francisca, one of the windows is already open.
I can see that.
I wonder. Is it just a coincidence that one of the windows in this room is already open too?
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
It's all just a coincidence, Edgeworth. No, painting. Whatever it is you're about to say, sir.
I too walk up to Art and waggle my finger at it. He's stoating on up
That
to
expensive
Crisis of John and the Cross in the Kelvin Grove Art Museum.
I'm gonna do that next time I see a painting on a wall outside of my own home. Oh man, I won't be able to be near enough to anyone for them to appreciate how weird it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, I'll have to get back to weird, strange humour later. Like running into a shop and going, "What year is it?" And then running in later going, "What year is it?" again, and then going, "It worked!" after they tell you.
Oh god.
Expensive painting is ill-suited to be hanging on the wall of this room.
I wonder if a guard's detail should be placed on it.
Why do you say that?
Well, a desperate, low-paid detective might make off with it someday. You never know.
She may be thinking about hiring a guard. But it's obvious she isn't factoring in that the guard's salary... Factoring in that guard's salary, what?
Well, why would she?
One of the windows in this lobby is open as well. The air conditioner is working just fine in this room, so why did they open it, I wonder? This decorative plant's leaves are shinier than the ones on the plant in lobby number 2.
That's probably because it's next to the windows, where it's easier to photosynthesize.
You may be right. Plus, the curtains are always drawn in lobby number 2.
I'm sorry, is she a biologist? Who says that? It's probably closer to the window where it can get more light, like the photosynthesis is assumed.
It's so that the young folks playing the game will go, "Mommy, what's that mean?" And they'll go, "Well, you have to look it up."
Kind of like how Peter Rabbit eating the lettuce used to be a soporific, but now it just makes him sleepy.
The caretakers of this courthouse don't think enough about the plants, do they?
That's because they're the courthouse's caretakers, not a bunch of botanists.
Like apparently you are.
Stupid botanist friends.
What an incredibly strong-scented herbal tea.
I fear that more than being relaxing, the scent may make one a bit hideous.
You put in a special request for that.
I did no such thing.
No wonder she's so violent if she's been drinking this stuff the whole time.
Neither one of you are allowed to comment on this particular topic ever.
They made me like, I get violence funnier for Franziska because she whips people, but like, has you been particularly violent? Like, all she's done is slap a guy who like implied that she should be feeling fine after he killed her sister.
Yeah.
Maybe she means violently laughing.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe it's like pushy would have been a better thing.
I suppose.
How dare she be so female?
Dare she exist and be female?
If she's not cowering and meek, then she's too strong for my liking. This television is the same. I just hope people know I'm being sarcastic. In case. They're like, whoa, who's this guy?
Oh, hold on.
We're not watching this channel anymore. That guy's a dick. The television is the same model as the one in Defendant Lobby number 2.
Looks like the two rooms are basically the same in terms of layout and supplies.
Shut up, Franziska! I hate the sound of your voice.
Why can't you just be meek?
Why can't you be more like a real woman and stop whipping people?
Nice. The hero we needed. Or should I say, heroine.
The two rooms are basically the same, huh? Detective Bad, what exactly was Kay searching for?
Nothing that concerns you, boy.
Oh, and I suppose it has something to do with gay.
It does, because she's Faraday's daughter. Anyway, hurry up and get to the point. I don't have time to waste.
Sounds like he'd rather be left alone. I have something I'd like to confirm with you once again.
I don't have anything to say to you.
No, bad painting. Be that as it may, we still have questions that we need answered. Now then, first of all, what is the overpowering smell that is permeating this room? Upon entering this room, I thought I was going to suffocate.
It's that ultra-strong perfume you wears. She spilled some of it.
I do not wear perfume.
I was having a bad time of it myself. I didn't think twice and opened the window. That smell's still here.
Perfume. So the sweet scent in the air is perfume.
Well, it's giving off quite a stench. I bet it's some cheap no-name brand.
She said it's a famous brand from overseas.
Yeah, that's my line as well.
You wouldn't have heard of it. It's from overseas.
I actually use either it's a blend from Lush called Breath of God, or it's one that's from an island that's very close to where I live. From the company Add Aromatics that is called After the Rain. Those are my two cents.
Sound lovely. I wish I could smell you. Also, things
Like-
from Lush smell delicious.
Oh yeah.
They do.
It's a knockoff.
Wow.
Yes, definitely a knockoff. No disrespect, but she forced one of those bottles on me. Here, little girl, you can have it.
I was born for much more expensive and refined perfume.
But I will take it.
However, seeing as how you just happen to have a spare, I suppose I'll take it. Mouse, Edward, you hold on to this bottle without fail.
I prefer Snow Fairy.
No fairy.
Why can't she ever be honest about her want? I was so honest about wanting a Swiss roll, and I was denied.
Oh, his name's Tyrell.
So now we have the perfume Ms. Yu wears. Just fantastic.
Is that all you wanted to talk about? If so, I'm going back to investigating.
Actually, I still have a few other things I wish to inquire about. So you were in this room the entire recess?
Like I said, I made a call to the precinct to get that big lug down here. But other than that, I was waiting for the recess to end in here.
At least your story is consistent.
Earlier, you stated that you were in the lobby with Miss Yu.
Yeah, I ran into her in the hallway. She said she wanted to talk to me about something, so we came in here.
Then what you're saying is that until Detective Gumshoes arrived, you and Ms. Yu were in the two different locations.
Guess I am.
Interesting.
Speaking of that lawyer, she seems to have a great dislike for you.
Let's see. Ms. Yu is the sister of the victim of the KG8 incident. And as I recall, Detective Bad was the lead detective on the case. I wonder if the reason for her disdain isn't simply because you failed to guard Cece, but because you were the lead detective on the case.
You knew.
I also know that today's trial involving the Cordopian embassy staff member is being referred to as the second KG8 incident. Now then, Detective, I believe it's time you were honest with me. And told me the truth behind your relationship with Ms. Yu and Mr. Faraday. And the KG8 incident.
If you already know that much, I guess it'd be alright to tell you.
Now then, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the KG8 incident.
It's not exactly a happy story. Other than the people who were directly involved, you two will be the first to hear what I'm about to tell. The honest truth behind the KG8 incident.
Can't believe it's a lollipop.
Edgeworth's shocked too.
I thought it was a toothpick.
Faraday, you and I. As you already know, we three were involved with the KG8 incident.
God, sorry to stop the flow of the story. That's a huge lollipop. How is he speaking so clearly all this time?
That's true. He's a big guy and he's got big hands.
And a huge hamster cheek, apparently.
Yeah.
That's what that scar is.
This is the pulse that inflates me. My cheeks are full of food. Storing later.
Faraday and I, we were originally on the trail of a smuggling ring.
You mean the smuggling case involving one of the Amuro group's secretaries?
That trial was just a front.
A facade?
Yeah, but the case became tainted. All because the witness who was going to testify about the Amano group's ties to the smuggling ring, CCU, was killed.
Then what became of the secretary who was arrested?
His name was Colin Deveray. To be honest, the guy didn't know a thing about the smuggling ring. But he confessed to knowing about it anyway. Deveray was probably being intimidated by the big boss man. Just another scapegoat.
Boss man of the Amano group. He can't seriously mean to Ernest Amano. That can't be right. Probably just Detective Bad's personal hypothesis. What is he trying to do, suspecting Mr. Amano of being involved with smuggling?
I suppose it would have been quite difficult to secure an acquittal after he confessed. But the man who killed CCU, Manny Cotton, was a completely different person. But since he's already been acquitted once of her murder... Mr. Faraday, how could you have let him go?
If I remember correctly, I heard that Mr. Faraday had an important piece of evidence stolen from him.
That wasn't Faraday's fault. It was mine. I wasn't vigilant enough. Faraday, Cece, I was supposed to protect them both.
Ms. Yu did mention that as well. About how Detective Bad was supposed to guard her sister.
But even I, who was supposed to protect them, I fell into their trap.
What kind of trap?
The holes in this jacket are a testament to that trap.
You mean you didn't stylishly put them there on purpose? You were fired upon?
You were shot that many times in one gunfight?
What about the ones in his tie? Was he shot down there? That's a death sentence. Maybe he was wearing body
This
armor
one's a
under his.
Lollipop and
Got a Nokia phone right there. No. Only about half of these are from that case. But the reason I continue to wear this jacket is to remind myself of the lessons I learned from the KG8 incident.
I see.
I couldn't protect CCU, and the suspect was found not guilty. We had hit a brick wall, and as far as the law was concerned, and that's when she came to the courtroom, the victim's sister. That's when I first met Callisto Yu.
About when you first met Ms. Yu. It was on the day of the verdict of the KG8 incident was handed down, was it not?
Yes. Faraday and I, we apologized to her from the bottom of our hearts. It was all we could do, but... Just saying you're sorry will bring my sister back, she said. And then she gave me a hard slap across the face.
Well, she certainly had a lot of self-control to stop at just a slap.
And just one voice as well.
If it was me, not even 100 lashes would have been punishment enough.
Francisca, you don't have a sibling.
I was just...
Head deflates.
Oh, he's like, she could mean me.
I suppose not. You said it herself, that she never wanted to see either of us ever again.
But after that, you've seen her many times over, correct?
Yeah. Faraday and I, even after the KG8 incident had come to a close, we continued to hunt down the smuggling ring and got involved in a variety of cases. But it was no use. We cracked so many different cases, but the result was always the same. We couldn't find the real mastermind behind the ring.
Is the ring really that big?
They're moderately real when it came out in US cinema. Sorry, I started laughing halfway through that one. These
I was
is a
like,
bad joke.
which ring are we gonna joke about? Are we gonna go Lord of the Rings, The Ring, some kind of other kind of joke?
Ringu's better anyway.
Oh yeah, so much.
It was in the pursuit of the ring that we met you once again.
Did you meet Sauron too?
It was during another trial related to the smuggling ring. Faraday was the prosecutor, and I as the lead detective. Took to the witness stand. You. She appeared out of the blue as the defense attorney. Her client was related to the smuggling ring, and she was defending them? Yeah. You was pursuing the ring as best as she could as a lawyer. I think she defended Rel this time for the same reason.
Come to think of it, Ms. You did say something to the same effect to me.
I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG8 incident, alright?
And for that you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer.
Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rel was to be a lawyer. I had no intention of covering him. Ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to.
It doesn't matter what her reason is. Helping a criminal is just despicable.
But you're so naive, little girl. I could have stolen this lollipop from you. That's how naive you are.
How dare you insult the daughter of a Von Karma?
Just like us, you felt that she had hit the limit of what the law could do. That's all.
The law is merely a tool. There's no limit to it, only the skill of the craftsman.
Sorry. Like you saw me over here.
You two
Behavior crimes.
are still too young, but one day you'll know what I mean. But enough sidetracking. What matters is that we met you again, in pursuit of the smuggling ring. That's all. And with that, we will end this episode right here. Thank you guys for joining us, and see you next time.
Bye bye.
See you next time!